Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jay Speak. This is part 4 and our last of the series, unless you guys tell me otherwise, but I guess I'm going to cover a couple different brands at this point and why I like them. So first up, Strymon. I discovered these boys out of California, and obviously the timeline needs no introduction. It's amazing. If you're on any guitar board, forum, whatever, you're a churchgoer, I am sure every guitar player at church has a Timeline or an El Cap or a Flint, because quite frankly, they are the best reverb delay pedals I think I have ever heard. I've gone through a lot of their single pedals. I think what has ruined me is that the banks on these pedals are so large and they sound so good that I can just sit there and play indefinitely and be inspired. And that's the other thing, is that a lot of pedals don't necessarily inspire me to play guitar. Although I will say I do like the Alter Ego. Honorable mention, I got this bad boy on a sale at Pro Guitar Shop. This thing's awesome. I do like this. So when I want simplistic delays and I want something fast, I use this. If I want an inspiration machine, which ironically is what Strymon tags their stuff as, I go to this guy. They beg me to play guitar, and I think that's why you'll see a lot of my demo videos feature effects, because a lot of that stuff is born from me just playing around and got my pedals plugged in and things happen. But I think other than Timeline, the Big Sky is like my second favorite. I was never a big reverb guy, but man, like the Magneto stuff, awesome. I find myself using that a lot. But I love their halls and their plates and things like that. The Flint, I regret selling the Flint. I'd love to get a Flint again. It's just, again, the banks ruined me. I can flip through quickly, get a bunch of cool settings. Before I got rid of the El Cap, yeah, I did that too. And the Flint, I went through with my Timeline and kind of recreated some stuff there and on my Big Sky. And it gets close. It doesn't get all the way there, but it definitely gets enough that I felt I could free up some space on the board. I could get some money and turn it into an amp or guitar, whatever I was gassing for at the time. The Mobus is good. I like it. I'm a big sucker for flangers and phasers. I use a little bit of chorus. I tend to use the Mobus for weirder stuff. Some filters, bit crushing, things like that. So I've kind of gone a different way with that pedal, and it might not justify the $400 or $500 price tag for it, for what I use it for, but I do use I use tremolos and things like that too. I really like the tremolo and the Timeline. So I'm down to the big three, basically. Other than that, I've made my way back to TC. I'm using the Summon Up, and I do have that Alter Ego. I do have a Sentry too. But I've kept some Mad Professors. My brother-in-law was selling a bunch, so I made a bunch of demos of those, and I ended up buying 4 of them. So I got the Blueberry Overdrive, the Pre-Driver, Little Green Wonder, which is awesome, and the Fire Red Fuzz. That thing is sweet. It's much different than your fuzz faces and MXR stuff, so that's why I like it. It kind of adds some hair to it. Demos some covers with Exact Zero, and I used it on one of the tracks, and I can't remember which one now. But it just gave me that extra punch I wanted. I had a big love for MXR, and I still have a soft spot for them. You know, I'm not sure why. I mean, they're good pedals, but they're not by any means great. You know, I'm a big Andy Summers fan, so is that why? I don't know. But the Carbon Copy was a really cool pedal. I've thought about buying another one. They've got that new one coming out, so might have to get that and demo it for everybody. I still use an MXR Overdrive, and I use the classic 108 Fuzz. They're just good pedals. You know, I don't find signal loss issues, or I don't find them sterile. Again, they inspire me to play. I like to keep pedals that inspire me to keep doing this. Sometimes you just need it. Not necessarily if you're in a rut. It's like when I sit down here and I either have to record music for stuff I'm doing elsewhere, or I'm just demoing stuff for you guys. I want to be inspired to do it, not just come in here and think, well, I'll just knock something out. But yeah, those are the pedal brands that inspire me. Strymon, TC, MXR, Mad Professor. So I hope you like this series. I did it in 4 parts just to kind of preventing a 25-minute long video. If you want to hear other ones, I could talk about my guitar journey, amp journey, recording journey, whatever, man. You want to know, you got a question, a demo request, please bring it, ask away, and many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub. Have a great week.